Peter Avalon and Ray Rosas, the team of PPRay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is main event time here on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. Steel cage matchup, PPRay against the RockNES Monsters.
Two of the most exciting teams in all of professional wrestling. They are going to be contained in the confines of that cold, hard steel, TK.
Oh, this is how issues are settled in professional wrestling. Cinch them up, get ready for one hell of a ride. Let's go.
It's going to be a war in there. Big welcome back once again to the walking human soundbite, Todd Kenley. Get to call a steel cage match with you. This is going to be awesome.
Oh, this is going to be unbelievable. Two of the greatest tag teams in the history of championship wrestling from Hollywood. Two teams that have a lot of history with one another, a real personal issue, and you got to settle it inside that cage.
The interesting thing is, sorry to interrupt you, no I'm not. Ray Rosas and Pretty Peter Avalon are the only two men in this matchup that actually have steel cage match experience on this program.
Absolutely right. You know, we talked about it. Ray Rosas versus Terex. Pretty Peter Avalon against Ryan Taylor in that classic encounter. So they have been inside the confines before. Do you think that gives an advantage here tonight, Jeff? It certainly does. And of course, you got to admit, they definitely have the fans behind them.
And their opponents, the team of Johnny Yuma and Johnny Goodtime, the RockNES Monsters.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we need to go over the rules. In this matchup, it will be escape the cage. So that means that both members of a team, their feet need to hit the floor for that team to be victorious.
It's kind of interesting. Both members of the team need to escape the cage, but if one member escapes the...
We never agreed to this match, too slow.
I never said that you did.
Agreed to be in a cage.
I never thought that you did. They never agreed to be in this match.
No, we didn't, but we're gonna do it anyway.
That's the kind of guys I like. They're gonna do it anyway. They don't need no game cheating, no game shark, no cheat codes. RockNES came to play tonight, and they came to play a vicious game, a bloody game, and it's gonna be bloody hell from PPRay in that ring tonight. But to the point I was trying to make, TK, if both members of the team need to leave the cage, if one partner leaves the cage, you're leaving your other partner in quite a precarious situation.
We're not getting in.
So Yuma says they're not getting in the cage.
Well, the fans letting Johnny Yuma know what they think of him. They hate him. Frankly, they hate him.
But what about what I said? Is there
I
strategy
understand,
there?
but that strategy, of course, comes to play. That is, if
You're
the
leaving your partner alone in the ring.
Yeah, well, if the RockNES Monsters ever decide to step foot inside that cage.
Well, they told me that they're going to get in this cage, and I believe them. RockNES has no reason to lie to me. They don't lie. They're not liars. They're honest gentlemen.
Well, the RockNES Monsters, what they are is they're a bunch of manipulating individuals, and they are manipulating their opponents. They're playing mind games is what they're doing.
They're out of here. Maybe they're not coming in.
PPRay gonna go right after him. Not gonna take no for an answer. Chasing him to the back. And
is that the shortest cage match in the history of this show? No, it was not. Look at this, coming back in the hard way. And this is the hardest way possible, folks, because if they get him in the ring, it's in a steel cage.
Dangerous on the outside here because that cage could still become a factor if they choose to use it before even stepping foot into it. And again, this is no disqualification. There are no rules in a steel cage match. It is simply once they get in that cage, both members of a team, their feet need to hit the floor, ladies and gentlemen. It's not pinfalls, it's not submissions.
The match hasn't technically even started yet. Oh, no.
And we thought that getting out of the cage was going to be the issue, not getting in. But that's the case so far. A wild brawl here in the Commerce Casino. All four men going at each other here.
And Peter Avalon introducing him to the...
Oh,
no.
And of course,
chairs swinging everywhere, and
the hatred, the animosity between these four men has been building up for months upon months. Peter Avalon, Ray Rosas, Johnny Yuma, Johnny Goodtime. It will be settled here tonight. And ever since re-galvanizing as a team, the RockNES Monsters, you got to agree, have been more aggressive
right here in
than
front
ever.
of us.
Look out here, Rosa sends them
come on, Rosa. Let's go.
right in our laps here at the announce table. chopping away, strikes with bad intentions, and these four men still have not stepped foot inside the steel cage for our main event. What a wild way to kick off this main event match. And again, the reason this happened is the RockNES Monsters refused to get in the ring. I thought at first they were just playing some mind games, but no, they actually left. Look at this, so Yuma starting to scale that cage. I think he's trying to escape, TK. Escape into the cage? I think he's trying to escape into the cage, yes. I think he is trying to get away from PPRay. Well, welcome to opposite day. You got Avalon and Yuma up there on the cage in harm's way. Avalon, time and time again, sending him into the steel. Into the floor!
Clean up in aisle 1.
Right here in front of us, we knew this thing would be physical. We knew it would be violent, and that's exactly what we're getting.
Match hasn't even started yet. This is crazy.
All four men laid out here. This matchup, ladies and gentlemen, is officially not even underway. Again, it won't officially start until all four men are inside the ring and the cage door is closed. And it doesn't look like that's going to happen anytime soon. Rose is just great in the face, a good time, taking him for a tour of the cage.
Wow, that is violence.
Anybody hanker for a hunk of cheese? Come on, Stu, I know you get that reference.
I'm laughing. I don't think Johnny Goodtimes is laughing right now.
Oh, and here we go. PPRay, they've got him isolated. If they could beat him down right now and escape the cage, this match will be over. Well, this goes into a lot of the strategy that you talked about, Stu, about the fact that if one man is to escape, he potentially can leave his two partners in there. But
right now, we don't even have both men in the cage. The match hasn't even started yet.
That's what I'm saying. If PPRay can escape the cage right now, they'll win. Because Yuma's got to get in there, for one thing, and then be able to escape. So it's a 2-on-1 situation. PPRay executing their game plan. Looking good so far, and what a shot by Roses.
Oh, here we go. See, Yuma, being the brave man that he is, being the true professional that he is, deciding to, use the door.
And of course, the RockNES Monsters almost ending the career of Ray Roses just a couple months ago.
Hey, don't let the door hit you on the way in. Here comes a chair. Uh-oh.
Avalon putting the brakes onto that, but here comes Good Time, looking to take advantage of the misdirection. Cradles him. Watch out! Oh my goodness! Powerbomb into the cage!
That was awesome.
Peter Avalon's back hit the cage with a sickening thud.
And now we can ring the bell and get this one started. Advantage RockNES.
Bell sounds, and after a wild and woolly start, especially when you look at that code of Good Time, this match officially begins. Main event inside the cage. Got to beat down both men and get out of there. And now Johnny Good Time and Yuma double teaming on Avalon, choking him and insulting him. The RockNES Monsters have really changed, haven't they, guys? A totally different team. They sure have. More deliberate. They've got a bona fide mean streak, but they really have been more effective than ever as well.
They're definitely a little more Wario than Mario these days.
Well, they've turned their back on the fans. They've turned their back on everybody who supported them from the beginning. You know, I was excited to see the RockNES Monsters get back together, but not like this. We all have. We all were. I mean, what an attitude adjustment they have had, but they are in firm control. When you talk about the cage match experience of Rosa and Avalon, it's been nullified thus far.
Well, they're getting an experience right now, a RockNES Monsters experience of a lifetime. Up close and personal with the violence that is Johnny Yuma. That is, look at this, Johnny Good Time right to the face with a drop kick.
These two teams trying to settle their personal issues in the most physical of ways here, and I gotta think that this matchup would go a long way in the tag team ranks, perhaps to determine a #1 contender, but it means more than that here. Look out, double team offense into the backbreaker, again by Good Time. He's devastating with that. And that's what the RockNES Monsters are known for, their explosive double team maneuvers. That's what made them so successful. That's what made them Heritage Tag Team Champions in the past. Got to mention this too, Stu Stone. The RockNES Monsters, they maybe haven't been in a cage before, but they are experts at using their surrounding environment as a weapon. Think of the early days of this program. RockNES Monsters diving out of balconies, fighting out on the street.
I remember it like it was yesterday. These guys have always been two of the most exciting guys in all of wrestling, not just this show, any show, and I mean that. Johnny Good Time, Johnny Yuma, as impressive as it gets. But yeah, like you alluded to earlier, a lot of hate between these four. They hate each other almost as much as I hate Resnick.
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that, Stu Stone.
As much as I hate Resnick.
And wait a second. It looks like they're looking for explosive amnesia from the top rope. Or from the top of the cage.
Might have to forget about that plan as Roses all over Good Time trying to pull him down, and he does.
Well, that might have saved the career and the match. Saved the career of Peter Avalon in the match for PPRay.
Yuma, though, taken into the steel. Here comes Avalon. Going 0 to painful in about 2 seconds, and Rosa now picks up the pieces.
And that steel is unforgiving. Can you imagine, TK, your face grinding against that steel cage? How painful, how vicious, how violent that must be.
Absolutely, that's why this is where scores are settled. Feuds are culminated inside the steel cage where everything goes, and that's what we've got here in our main event.
Oh, Ray Roses, big time elbow drop. And now Peter Avalon has the chair against that chair, used as a weapon to almost end the career of Ray Roses. It was the reason he was not able...
Stop pronouncing his name wrong, it's Rosas.
Oh, Ray doesn't mind, he accepts my pronunciation by now. We've worked together long enough. Oh!
What a shot there by Avalon. Oh, and now a Shining Wizard, that Inzaguri as well by Roses, just doubling up. Oh my goodness. How is he on his feet here? Drop toe hold. The double team offense continues, just playing a drum solo on the head of the rock and roller.
And earlier on, we were heralding the tag team continuity of the RockNES Monsters, but PPRay can do it just as well.
Man, you got two great teams here, and you got one of the best broadcast teams in all of the business. This is an exciting main event. It's as big as it gets, boys.
Avalon into the full mount now, ground and pound offense. And they have done a great job of turning the tide here. It's been all PPRay for the last few minutes.
Yeah, it looked like PPRay were in trouble when the RockNES Monsters were going for that explosive amnesia from the top of the cage. But once again, PPRay back in control, just where they want this match to be. And again, both members of a team, their feet must hit the floor for the match to be over. No pinfalls, no submissions. This is escape the cage. Oh, looking for a little drop dead gorgeous, perhaps.
Sure are, but well scouted there by Good Time. Again, you documented these two teams know each other so well. Hard to stay one step ahead. Uh-oh, might be going for a little ride. Little slingshot action. Gonna be a bad landing.
Oh, wait a second. The RockNES Monsters are scaling the cage.
Man, heads up move there by both of the RockNES Monsters, and a close call for PPRay.
Dangerous situation here. Something's gotta give.
Monsters hanging on for dear life. They don't want to eat those German suplexes off the top. Man, they are in a bad position here, Stu Stone.
This is crazy right now. Someone could get seriously injured. I love it. Look at that. Johnny Goodtime, a smart man.
Well, again, this matchup is no disqualification. That low blow by Goodtime was legal.
Guys, if they make a move here to get out of the cage, that might do it. Both members of PPRay are down. The RockNES Monsters now coming together.
What do they have in store for their opposition?
I got a feeling they're not done yet. What in the world?
What is he gonna do?
Weapons grade baloney!
Oh my God!
And that weapons grade was nuclear here from the top of the cage.
That was absolutely awesome. Are you kidding me with that? Are you kidding me?
That was unbelievable. Well, the fans are saying it just as well.
A move that'll leave you breathless, and I love that we can lay out and let our fans take over the talking for us there, but can they capitalize? Look at Rosa's trying to fire back, but Avalon in a bad way in the corner. He is a non-factor in this matchup right now, gentlemen.
And as you mentioned earlier on, TK, this gives the RockNES Monster a great advantage. If the RockNES Monsters can now nullify Ray Roses, they can escape the cage and win this thing before Avalon even has a time to regroup.
And as you mentioned, Stu, so not to make it a 2-on-1 situation, you really got to take both of your opponents out.
Yeah, you got to take them both out. You got to try to leave the cage together. That's the strategy that I would give my boys fresh to death if they were in this match.
And now they got a chair set up in the corner. I think the RockNES Monsters have some evil intentions, TK.
Well, that doesn't surprise me at all. We talked about these guys so innovative. Oh man, is he gonna lawn dart him here? Oh, just tosses him.
Look at the strength of Johnny Goodtimes.
Good time with the full press, and now here comes Yuma. His whole body. Oh, wow. Rosa's absolutely getting ragdolled out there.
Well, the RockNES monsters are absolutely destroying PPRay. This matchup, it's been back and forth, but now it is certainly all RockNES monsters.
Well, you had to wonder, who wants it more? Who is willing to take it that one step further? And right now, it looks like the RockNES monsters are that team
Wait a
to
second.
do just that.
Ray Rosas has the chair. No. Johnny Yuma stopping Ray Rosas there in his tracks.
Yeah, both teams have really had an eye on that equalizer, trying to utilize it to no success, to no avail thus far. And again, I'll tell you what, Good Time, after spending some time in Japan, he's been more aggressive than ever, more physical, more powerful. Oh, no! Right to the cabeza of Rosas.
Ray Rosas has got the best seat in the house now.
And of course, Ray Rosas there head first into the chair. And again, that could be a career ender, at least a career shortener.
Oh yeah, none of these four guys are going to be the same after a matchup like this.
Again, that head trauma, that concussion is what kept Ray Rosas out of the red carpet rumble. You got to wonder if he could have a repeat concussion here in this matchup from that move.
That's a great question, Jeff. Could be very susceptible. Oh my gosh. Good Time just hitting with bad intentions. And that Yuma, man, he's a snake, isn't he?
Johnny Yuma, and that's why the fans hate him so much, TK. I mean, he is slime. That's what Johnny Yuma is.
Some people like snakes, and I resent that.
And now again, the head and neck of Ray Rosas.
This is what I'm talking about.
This
violence.
is very bad. This is very bad.
They're going to try and end the man's career, like you said. Rosas, though, showing great tenacity. And Mike gets out of there, and he's got the equalizer, and he is swinging for the fences.
Come on, Ray. Give it to him.
Batter up.
I'll tell you, that was a couple of doubles and triples right there by Ray Rosas.
Definitely not a home run swing.
Tell ya, I was in Boston not that long ago trying to send it over the Green Monster. Look at Rosas, though. Just like a human ping pong ball, delivering forearm strikes. And what's he have in mind now? Elevates!
Oh!
What a knee in the corner
right to the
Yuma.
face. Could break a jaw.
And another flying knee, this time comes with a forearm again. Where in the hell is Rosas even finding this, guys?
Ray Rosas, unbelievable second win, third win here from Ray Rosas in the steel cage matchup. Now Peter Avalon climbing to the top of the steel cage. What is he going to do now?
This could be pivotal if he can get out of there. In hot pursuit now, Johnny Yuma. And now Rosas on the chase as well. Three men in a bad position here up on the top, the corner of the cage.
If Rosas, I was about to say if Rosas and Avalon can climb out of the cage, they can win, but I don't think Rosas is going anywhere now.
Oh, look at the athleticism by Johnny Goodtime. Is he going to take him down? Yes! Superplex! Penthouse to the basement in a hurry.
There's water in the pool that time.
Oh, man. Off the high dive.
Superplex from the top of the cage.
I knew this one was going to be awesome, boys.
And
we're just getting started.
Hollywood chant here, and this one has been a blockbuster.
And again, all four men still remain in the cage. The only way to win is both members of a team, their feet must hit the floor. Looked like, obviously, right there, Johnny Goodtime stopping Peter Avalon from escaping the cage in a big way.
Yeah, but that slowed down Goodtime as well. I mean, how much did a move like that at this point in the match take out a Goodtime? He hit hard and heavy, high impact from the top as well for him.
Well, Goodtime sacrificing himself for the betterment of his team, and that's what you got to do in a match like this.
Yep, all about the sacrifice play. Low blow, perfectly legal. Oh, it just turns him inside out.
Johnny Goodtime getting a receipt from earlier. He nailed one of those earlier. I think it might have been on Avalon, not maybe Rosas, not sure, but...
Oh, look at this, shades of Jimmy Snuka. He's not going to do that.
Well, we're at Commerce Casino. This isn't Madison Square Garden, but the result might be the same. Yes!
Oh!
I can't believe what I just saw.
Again, we talk about risking life and limb from your team. That's exactly what Ray Rosas just did there tonight.
Unbelievable, but to your point, all these huge high-impact moves but no one has been able to escape the cage. So in essence, we are still very much at square one here, guys. This has been a war of attrition.
Well, Ray Roses made a critical choice there. He made a decision. He could have escaped the cage, but he would have left Peter Avalon in there alone. Instead, he chose to jump back in and exact more punishment on one of his opponents.
These fans chanting, "This is wrestling," more like "This is violence." This is like a car wreck. I can't turn my head away from it. I love it.
Yeah, this is carnage. Oh, wow. Just takes the rug out from under him there, does Roses, and he starts to climb. Whatever team can get a man on the outside might go a long way to deciding Roses is going to make it. He's got no now.
His feet hit the floor.
One man out. One step away now, Jeff.
They are halfway to victory.
But now, like I said earlier, call me a genius, boys, because look what's happened right now. He has, in turn, left his partner, Pretty Peter Avalon, alone in the ring with the enemy.
No, I think Ray Roses made a critical decision. He felt that Peter Avalon could get out of the cage, and that's what Peter Avalon's doing right now. Well, if he can get over the top, he will win.
And sometimes you got to take that chance. If you don't, you can't win the matchup, quite frankly. But too much left, it looks like, for the RockNES Monsters, and I'll tell you, Avalon might be a sacrificial lamb here if he can't get something going.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, this is now a really bad situation for Avalon.
So now can you acknowledge that I'm hashtag the greatest announcer in the history of this business?
I won't hashtag that. I will hashtag that you made a good, decent point.
I'll hashtag thank you that. You're a gentleman sometimes when you want to be.
And I'll tell you what, guys, Rose is just starting to stir on the outside, get back to his feet. He may have to make a judgment call. He may at some point decide he's got to get back in this thing.
Can he even do that? Is that even allowed?
Anything goes in this type of environment. I don't think anything would stop him. Oh, and the lethal kicks.
And now Peter Avalon firing back on the RockNES Monsters.
Oh, huge reverse neck breaker there by Yuma.
A boot to the sternum as well at the same time. Tandem offense. RockNES, the greatest when it comes to tandem offense. And look at this. What's he got? Oh, wow. Look at the strength.
Oh, my goodness.
Peter Avalon.
Something happened on the way of that powerbomb. Takes him down straight into the cold steel here. Trying to pick up the 7-10 split. Dividing, conquering, but can he escape?
Avalon now scaling the cage. Can he do it?
Oh, man, he's squirming with everything he's got, trying to get out of there. Look out! Oh, went for the cross body, and I think he clipped the knee of Good Time.
I think both men injured on this.
Well, he took Good Time out. And ladies and gentlemen, let's make it clear, you know, I believe that now that Ray Roses is out of the match, he cannot get back in again. Anything is legal except that. Once you are out, you are out. This is a 2-on-1 situation.
This time gets all of that springboard crossbody. Oh, and he made one hell of a judgment call to get out of there. Will it pay off? Or will it come back to bite him? Just like the cold hard steel is biting the bodies of the RockNES Monsters here. Avalon has been unbelievable. Get out the door!
Ray Roses opening the door for Avalon.
Remember, the winner of this match, the new #1 contenders for the Tag Team Championship. Very, very high stakes here, boys.
Well, I don't know if that has been absolutely confirmed, but certainly you would think that they'd be in that position. And Avalon just a few feet away here, Jeff.
He is crawling to the corner. His partner cheering him, willing him on. Can he get there? Whoa!
Oh, my God.
Johnny Good Time's out.
I have never seen.
This match is now even. Good Time is on the floor.
Have you ever seen someone escape a cage in such spectacular fashion in either of your careers? Never. I'll answer that for you. Never. Johnny Good Times, I will continue to say it, one of the most innovative, exciting athletes in the wrestling business, period, and I mean that.
What a breathtaking move there by Good Time, and it served two purposes. Not only did he escape, but he took Roses out of the way as well. And it's basically become, as you said, Jeff, a one-on-one traditional steel cage match. You got to escape to win.
Who will get to the floor first? Yuma and Avalon exchanging strikes. Avalon getting the better of it. And again, a low blow by Yuma. We've seen a lot of those in this matchup.
And as Gorilla Monsoon used to say, as legal as a wrist lock in this one.
Will you stop?
And now Yuma,
he also used to say that.
Yuma drawing the ire of the crowd.
Well, he's pretty good at that, isn't he?
Oh, they love to hate him. And now Yuma strutting and styling.
Yep.
I gotta think this is a little presumptuous.
Might style and profile his way right out of this thing, but single leg pick now as Good Time hit hard and heavy on the outside. No time to be cocky in a match like this.
Sex Factor misses. Avalon, Yuma into the cage. Watch out, Martinez!
Yes, hits it to perfection. Center of the ring, center of the cage. Both men pulling the trigger. But Yuma was shooting blanks looking for that Sex Factor, could not hit it. Martinez there for Avalon. Can he get it done? Can he get over the top?
Peter Avalon scaling the cage. He wants to win this for his team. For all the hard-fought battles, for all the animosity, for the months and months of hatred.
Good Time getting involved again. Talked about not being able to come back. Well, somebody forgot to tell them. They are certainly getting involved as Roses pulls him down. Oh man, is this ever a race against the clock here, guys?
This looks to be a photo finish, ladies and gentlemen. Both men up to the top of the cage.
This could be very dangerous
will touch
right
the
here.
floor first.
Very dangerous.
And as Roses and Good Time underneath them battling it out.
Both men trading. Huge right hands. Avalon getting the better of them in this slugfest. And look at Yuma going to the ice, but again, it's all legal.
It's legal as a... You already used that earlier.
And wait a second. Johnny Yuma, wait. He landed on the shoulders of Roses. His feet haven't touched the floor. Avalon wins. PPRay wins.
The team of Pretty Peter Avalon and Ray Roses, Team PPRay.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Johnny Yuma jumped off the cage first, but again, his feet did not hit the floor. He landed on the shoulders of Ray Roses. Avalon dropped the floor. Both feet hit. PPRay are your winners.
Well, talk about the alley-oop. The assist there for Roses. Right place, right time. Open up the lane for the slam dunk and the victory by PPRay.
Have you ever seen a cage match end like that before? What an impressive outing for all four men. But only one team can win, and only one team can keep their eyes on the prize, and that's the tag team titles. And we're talking about Team PPRay.
An incredible matchup, an incredible main event here on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. As we said, so much hatred, so much animosity, and it all went inside that steel cage. But your victors, once again, the team of Pretty Peter Avalon and Ray Roses, PPRay.
Emerging as one of the teams to beat here when the dust of war was cleared. They are the victors in a steel cage main event that we will never forget, that will leave you breathless. And Jeff, take it away, sign us out of this thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for joining us on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. For Jeff Resnick, Sue Sohn, Todd Kennelly, we've enjoyed having you with us. What a main event. We will see you next time.
Yes, we will.